Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am back with a reading vlog. I hope this one is a successful one because your girl has been trying, she has been filming, but nothing is really coming together. So here I am trying again. I am trying to get out of this really huge hole of a reading slump. I'm really just gonna force myself because sometimes you really have to do that. And you know what? I'm not ashamed. I'm just gonna force myself to read because my TBR just keeps getting bigger and bigger, just like JR's circle. Make the circle bigger. I need to finish this, okay? I think it's been a month of like not finishing a book. That's the worst. I seriously do not like it. Yes, we are going to attempt to finish this book. I'm on page 63. It's Maame by Jessica George. This book feels like coming of age, but in your 20s. So far, it's heartbreaking. It's sad-ish. Like, kind of sad-ish. Oh, it also pissed me off. What happened to Maddie at her job pissed me off. It's kind of exciting because there's some new prospects that are happening for Maddie's. How many why are there so many blank pages at the back? It's 386 pages, okay? I'm just going to see what I'm in the mood for. I got a couple of book mail that I will be talking about at some point in this video. I am going to sit my ass down and read. So yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Hi guys, so it's the next day. I know I'm in such a slump that yesterday after I did that intro, I read one page and then I started scrolling on TikTok. That has been my life, guys. I'm not sure if I explained this, but I'm reading Maame. This is Maddie, who is 25 years old and she lives in London. She's of Ghanaian descent. She lives in a very stereotypical Black Ghanaian household where there are beliefs of whatever happens in this house stays in this house. Very secretive about the things that are going on in their family. Her brother is shit. Her brother is shit. In African culture, it just seems like it's obvious that the woman who is unmarried will be the one that takes care of the parents should anything happens to them. Maddie's dad is actually ill, as he has a disease. He's suffering from something and his health is deteriorating. So we see Maddie worry and processes certain things on page 75. And there's so many things that I relate to and understand. As a parent, when you do have children, obviously you want your kids to have things that are better than what you had growing up, right? And that looks different with every single generation or with every single parent. But Maddie is basically talking about the marriage that she saw growing up, which was primarily her mother's and her father's. When dad was very private, unlearned in effective communication, and was unwilling to spend money, opting instead to save for emergencies. Unlike myself, I realized marriage and fatherhood to him were more an act of duty than anything else. So he had succeeded so long as there was a roof over our heads and enough food in the fridge. Like, all I know is their marriage has taught me many things, but sadly, it's mainly taught me what to avoid. Let me tell you, I relate to this so much. Marriage just has a very negative connotation in my life, and I've seen marriage in so many cases. Like, I have so many aunts, like uncles, when they talk about marriage, it's just like, I don't think I want that. I relate to this so much because with my parents, their love language is just providing. And it's hard sometimes to say, I want this, when it's something that you have never seen. It just leaves you with a very negative connotation with relationships. Also, Maddie's mom was just talking about like motherhood in the other page, right? Her mom was just basically like, how can you not think of these things? Basically, like, what do you mean you don't know if you want to have 2 children or 3 children or get married, or if you want to marry a white man or a black man? Like, don't you think these things? So she's basically like, how can you not know, Maame? How can you not think of these things? Like, I do, but children are worth really thinking about. I say, looking after children properly, it's hard. And her mom is like, I know that, I am a mother. And then she thinks there's more to being a mother than giving birth. And if there is one thing, I truly believe, being a mother to me is just like more than just giving birth, giving you food, giving you clothes, giving you a roof to sleep. Like, I know those are the basic things, and I know that you have a sense of security. Rather, there are certain things that just fall short that you don't even think about because you're just trying to survive, right? I think having the privilege of having those basic things has allowed me to think of certain things far deeper than just what's on the surface, right? So for me, being a parent is very, it's like, you can't take that shit lightly, guys. Like, that's why so many people are in therapy, even today, guys. How you act towards your kids has a very huge impact. That's all I'll say. I'm just relating a lot to this book. Also, what do you guys do? Like, what are your tips and tricks of like getting out of a slump? Let me know. I'll tell you guys what I've been doing. Right now, what I've been doing is that I put on my earphones and then I listen to like classical music to kind of like help me concentrate and read. And that's why I'm talking so much, because I feel like my brain is accumulating a lot of information, like running on overdrive. But also that could just be the coffee. I never know. Anyways, I'm just gonna carry on right now and I'll speak to you guys later. Like, I just want to film, dudes. Nothing is as beautiful as that first sip of coffee, and like real coffee, not decaf shit. The sip of water after not drinking water for like a couple of hours. Love these colors, guys. Like, the colors in this book are just beautiful. Distractions. I just keep getting distracted. I want to talk about distractions, actually. I binged watch Mix and Haul series that is on Prime, and it's derived from a Wattpad book, I think. It did give all the things that I wanted it to give. Like, I really just wanted it to give the most outrageous cliche romance, and it did that. Boy meets girl, poor girl, billionaire boy. And I can't believe they're doing those things at such a young age. The rich just live differently. That's all I have to say. Also, I've just been watching couples therapy, but I'm taking that like bit by bit because I get dragged. The things that were going there are things that I related so much because I saw so much of my friendships, like especially, you know, when you're a trio. Yeah, that was my distraction. And then I finished Maame. What a beautiful book. Literally loved it. I loved how Jessica just touched on being a black person in white spaces, dating a white man, being in a working environment that's predominantly white, having your ideas stolen in a way. She talked also about dating apps and like online dating without even diving deeper. She talked about the difference of having acquaintances and friends. When you define what a friend is to you, you realize that some people are just like, it's people you know. Not everyone is your friend. I think it's such a beautiful way of just define things for yourself and what they mean to you. I related and I felt so seen in so many things, and it also just talked about grief. Create memories, guys. Like, take pictures, take videos. She spoke about the relationship that she had with her dad, and she struggled to remember certain things. She was looking for a specific photo and she couldn't find it, and she started to panic because to her that was the only picture that she had. And she also talked about the relationship that she had with her mom, truly accepting and understanding that in as much as I want her to understand me, I need to understand her too. I'm still angry on her behalf, and like, she's a far better person than me, which shows that I have a lot of therapy to go to. And also just like the conversation of panic attacks and anxiety and depression and how it looks like the relationship aspect of it, right? Like romantic relationships. And she spoke about how in essence she is constantly desired but never chosen. I absolutely loved it. So many beautiful quotes. I like this review, this blurb by this Nikki May. Honest, warm, heartbreaking, and heart healing. It felt truly modern yet somehow timeless. I adored it. And same, I can go on and on, but I don't think I have the time. But yeah, absolutely enjoyed this book. Definitely would recommend. Please read it. And then I picked up Tin Man by Sarah Winman. I'm already on page 69, right? I started this book last night. Also, another trick is that you read a book that is small, right? This book is 195 pages. I'm a slow reader. I started this book last night and I think I read about like 20 pages last night. Now I'm already on page 60, 69, and I know that maybe by tomorrow I'll be done. That makes me feel accomplished, which makes me excited to be out of a reading slump, because I'm like, I'm finishing a book. So far, we are following a 45-year-old man who lives in this small town, I guess. I'm reading England-based books. We follow this man, lives in the small town. We're basically in the present and going back in time of how him and this other man, Michael, and also Annie had like this relationship with each other. With this book, I really need to focus because you know that Sally Rooney thing of not putting quotation marks? It has that. It jumps back into the past or back into the present in the middle of like a paragraph sometimes. So you really need to focus in order to kind of like follow through of what's happening. This is what the back says. It begins with two boys, Alice and Michael, who are inseparable, and the boys become men. And then Annie walks into their lives and it changes nothing and everything. Well, this book opens up in the 1950s and we see Alice's mom get this painting. I feel like it's an original, but it might not be an original. This sunflower painting by Van Gogh. She wins this painting and then she gets into a fight with her husband. She's kind of like defiant to her husband, which is something that she has never done before. I like that, like how she said it. She said, if you think about taking this painting down, I will kill you. I might not kill you right now, but I might kill you in your sleep. She's not messing around. Yeah, that hooked me. That's all I have to say so far. I'll speak to you guys later. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have a couple of updates, right? I got Bookmail from this author called Nozizwe, Cynthia, Jele. If you are South African, you would know that this author also wrote Happiness is a Four-Letter Word, which was made into a movie. I feel very honored to be sent these two books. I went to this festival and I remember seeing this book and I remember wanting it, and I don't know why I didn't get it. This one is The Ones with Purpose. Based on what I read at the back, I think this is a translation. I think it's this book, but this one is in isiZulu, but I think it's the same book. Maybe I'll do a video of like reading books that are written in isiZulu, which is my native language. Those are the two books that I got. One of the things that makes me happy and gets me out of like this book slump that I'm in is just like receiving book mail. Also wanted to give you guys another trick, right? Getting out of a book slump is that I watch a lot of like reading content, reading vlogs, book hauls, and like book reviews. Like that helps me. Seeing other creatives creating cool stuff makes me want to create too. It makes me want to read good books. Probably gonna finish this tonight. No, I'm having that feeling, guys. Ugh, why didn't I pick this book up earlier? But I love it. It's such a short book. Need to update my reading journal. What I normally do with my reading journal, I just write quotes. I just have an urge to write. I just got the bug. I feel like I'm coming out of the book slump, which is great because that was the whole point of this video. And I'll speak to you guys probably when I'm done, which is gonna be like a couple of seconds for you guys, but it's gonna be a while for me. So talk to you guys later. Hi guys, so I'm back with a reading update. Okay, I'm done and this book was beautiful, heartbreaking, but also not like full-blown tears heartbreaking, but like pulled at my heartstrings heartbreaking. It was a roller coaster. I absolutely loved the storyline. I absolutely loved the themes of like death, love, and talked a lot about grief, losing someone while still having them in their lives, like grieving something that you will never have while still having that person. I don't know if that makes sense, but this book is not for everybody. It's a little fiction. I don't think anybody would enjoy this book, but I'm glad that we also got to see Michael, even though I wish we got more. Like there's something about this book that made me want to know more. Like even the ending, like I understand it, but also it left me wanting more. Like it definitely left me wanting more. I absolutely love this book and definitely took me out of my reading slump. That is all for this video, you guys. I really do hope that you did enjoy it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and hit that little bell to get notified every single time a homegirl post a video. Until next time, sugars, thank you so much for watching. Bye.